The average American family of four throws away approximately $1,500 worth of food every year. Not eats, throws away, directly into the garbage. The average new car payment reached $772 monthly in Q4 2025, according to Edmunds. Over 20% of new car buyers now commit to payments exceeding $1,000 per month. Americans collectively owe $1.655 trillion in auto loan debt. The average coffee shop visitor spends $6 to $8 per drink. Someone buying one specialty coffee every workday spends approximately $1,500 to $2,000 annually on a beverage that costs 25 to 50 cents to make at home. These numbers represent the gap between how most people handle money and how people who actually build wealth handle money. The difference isn't dramatic lifestyle changes. The difference is a collection of boring, unsexy, unglamorous habits that compound over time into serious financial results. Nobody wants to hear this. Scroll through social media and you'll find endless content about side hustles, crypto plays, and get-rich-quick schemes. The boring stuff doesn't generate clicks. The boring stuff doesn't look good on Instagram, but the boring stuff works. This video covers 10 habits that are genuinely unsexy, yet genuinely effective. None of them are exciting. None of them will make you the most interesting person at a dinner party. All of them will make you wealthier if you actually implement them consistently. The more boring your money management feels, the better you're probably doing. Habit 1. Drive an older car far longer than feels comfortable. The average monthly payment on a new vehicle is $772, according to Edmunds data from late 2025. That's $9,264 annually, before insurance, maintenance, gas, and registration. According to Kelley Blue Book, new cars lose approximately 20% of their value the moment they leave the dealership lot. By the end of year one, depreciation typically reaches 25 to 30%. A $48,000 vehicle becomes worth $33,000 to $36,000 in 12 months. You've lost more than many Americans save in an entire year. The financially optimal approach looks nothing like what car commercials suggest. A 5-year-old Toyota Camry or Honda Accord costs $15,000 to $20,000. It has already absorbed the steepest depreciation. It doesn't need major repairs for years. Modern vehicles reliably run 150,000 to 200,000 miles with basic maintenance. Drive that car for 3 or 4 years. Sell it before major repairs become likely. The depreciation during your ownership period is minimal. You can often sell for close to what you paid. This creates a recycling effect. One pool of money keeps moving from vehicle to vehicle, instead of evaporating into depreciation losses and interest payments. Research on millionaire behavior consistently confirms this pattern. According to Ramsey Solutions survey of over 10,000 millionaires, the median price they pay for a vehicle is $31,367. The top 3 cars driven by millionaires are Toyotas, Hondas, and Fords, not luxury brands. Reliable, practical, unglamorous transportation. The math is uncomfortable but undeniable. Someone making $772 monthly car payments, who instead drives a paid-off older car and invests that $772 monthly at 8% returns, accumulates approximately $170,000 over 15 years. For the privilege of having a newer vehicle, transportation gets you from point A to point B. The journey in a $4,000 Honda Civic arrives at the same destination as the journey in a $50,000 luxury SUV. One person reaches that destination building wealth, the other reaches it destroying it. This habit is embarrassing when friends have nice cars. It requires swallowing ego and ignoring what neighbors think, but the financial impact is among the largest on this entire list. Habit 2. Eat the same meals on rotation. This sounds unhinged to people who treat meals as entertainment. It sounds obvious to people who've studied how frugal households actually operate. Having 4 or 5 staple meals that you rotate weekly accomplishes multiple objectives simultaneously. Grocery bills become predictable. When you buy the same ingredients repeatedly, you know exactly what things cost. There are no surprises. Budgeting becomes straightforward because the number stays consistent week after week. Food waste plummets. The average American throws away approximately 325 pounds of food annually, according to RTS research. That waste represents hundreds of dollars literally going into garbage bags. When you cook the same meals repeatedly, you know exactly how much of each ingredient gets used. Nothing sits in the refrigerator until it spoils. Time spent on meal planning disappears. The mental energy of constantly deciding what to eat vanishes entirely. You already know the answer. Dinner is whatever's next in the rotation. Cooking skills improve dramatically for those specific meals. You become genuinely good at making your staple dishes because you've made them dozens of times. The objection is always the same. Won't this get boring? Surprisingly, no. Rotating through 5 meals means you eat each one approximately once per week. You can modify sauces and seasonings for variety. You can adjust the rotation seasonally. The structure provides freedom rather than constraint. Households that adopt this approach consistently report spending 30 to 40% less on groceries than households that wing it week by week. Hat 3. Eat everything you buy before buying more. This extends the previous habit, but deserves its own attention. Before your next grocery trip, empty the refrigerator, empty the freezer, empty the pantry. Use what you have instead of accumulating more. According to USDA data, Americans waste 30 to 40% of their food supply. That translates to approximately $1,500 per year for a family of 4, thrown directly into landfills. Food waste is the #1 material in American landfills, accounting for over 24% of municipal solid waste. The habit of cleaning out before restocking forces consciousness about what you actually consume versus what you optimistically purchase. Everyone has experienced buying produce with good intentions and watching it rot in the crisper drawer. Everyone has thrown away leftovers that sat too long. Everyone has discovered mystery containers in the back of the freezer. These small losses compound into significant annual waste. A practical approach. Designate 1 week per month as a use what you have week. No grocery shopping. Make meals from whatever remains. Get creative with combinations. Only after exhausting existing inventory do you restock. This single habit can reduce household food spending by 15 to 25%, while simultaneously reducing the guilt of watching food spoil. The less food you waste, the less money you waste. Habit 4. Make coffee and drinks at home. According to Empower's research, Americans spend approximately $44.50 monthly on coffee shop purchases as of 2025. Gen Z spends even more, around $51 monthly. A specialty coffee drink at Starbucks costs $6 to $8. Someone buying one daily weekday coffee spends roughly $1,500 to $2,000 annually on coffee alone. Coffee brewed at home costs 25 to 50 cents per cup using quality beans. Even purchasing premium specialty beans keeps the cost under $1 per cup. The arithmetic is straightforward. Daily Starbucks habit, approximately $2,000 annually. Daily home-brewed coffee, approximately $150 to $350 annually. The difference? $1,650 to $1,850 per year. Invested at 8% returns over 30 years, that $1,800 annual difference becomes approximately $220,000. $250,000 for making your own coffee. This isn't about deprivation. A quality home espresso setup or pour-over station can produce coffee equal to or better than coffee shops. The ritual of making your own drink can become enjoyable rather than burdensome. The principle extends beyond coffee. Every daily small purchase, energy drinks, bottled water, convenience store snacks, compounds over time. The $27.40 rule illustrates this clearly. Spending just $27.40 daily on small purchases equals $10,000 annually. $10,000 per year on things you could have made, brought from home, or simply skipped. Save the coffee shop visits for social occasions, where the experience itself has value. Make the daily consumption at home, where the only purpose is caffeine delivery.